Bonjour, everyone. Welcome to another weekly dose of back issues. And all this lot this week have been, because I know I've been doing some that I purchased and buried and resurrected. Do you know what, guys? I know I keep saying it every week. I've got a problem, right? I've got roughly, I would say, 150 back issues here that I picked up this week. Two great sets coming, two great runs coming that I couldn't resist at Comics and Fantasy in Hornchurch, Essex, and I couldn't resist my own mate Paul when he done me a good deal on them, and I'll do them in a bit. Got some odd bods and that as well from him, you know, when they get the collections in, etc., etc. And you will be pleased to know some DC, more modern age. There's no, it's Bronze Age Marvel. Got some modern DC, a set that I was really pleased to pick up, and also from my other friends, my other comic book friends at New Dawn Comics in Rayleigh, Essex. And guys, if you're ever over that side, that neck of the woods of the world, two comic shops that are well worth your patronage for new and old stuff. They do always do some good deals. So Jamie, Lizzie, how are we doing? I hope you haven't got any more insect nest problems. I arrived just in time to save them. I have to let you all know, just in the nick of time. Anyway, that's a little joke between us lot. Let's get right on with it. Couple of odd bods. I don't know if these come under Bronze Age, don't they? This there, you know, I've still got gaps in my Daredevil collection to plug. Was surprised this era. This was a Gene Colan. I thought he'd gone by then, but obviously not. So I was pleasantly surprised when it was Gene Colan artwork in that, because for me, he is the Daredevilized. End of. Another great team up of artists on this. John Romita Jr. in the early days with inks by Bob Layton. He was the man. Bob Layton for me on Iron Man. I've got to admit, there's something about that guy's style. Really enjoyed. They're just a couple of odd bods, couple of Punisher ones here. Just one shots that they aren't the greatest. They aren't or the best, but I don't know. I just pick them up when they're not a lot of money. You know, they're just pennies really. It's a nice square band one shots just to go into the Punisher collection. So from my old mate Jamie, these Alpha Flights now we're in the Mignola cover era now, which some nice artwork. You can tell he's really coming along with his style. These aren't £1 million, but I've got all the way I've managed to get all the way up to issue 50, and I don't think I ever made my way that far. I think I dropped this title when John Byrne left, and which is a shame because there was still some good stories. Obviously, wasn't of the level of John Byrne, but I don't know. I've just got a little soft spot for Alpha Flight. There's a few more here. We're all issue 50. Look who turns up. No, Loki. The proper Loki. My Loki. That's how I like him. And I know there's a modern iteration of it based more on what people like online and in the films and in the TV show. But not for me. Not for me. Some others. Now this is the good stuff, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I'm not saying Alpha Flight's crap, but the Marvel team up, they are so much fun. It is unbelievable, and it was a different era. Spider-Man and Black Widow versus the Silver Samurai. Just love this stuff, and so like I said last week or the week before, some of the team ups with Spider-Man and Ghost Rider, you know. Just white. Spider-Man, Yellow Jacket, and Wasp. Obviously, back in the days when Ant-Man, I'm pretty sure it was, wasn't it? And decided to be Yellow Jacket instead. Oh, I don't know. It was. I remember something like that going on in the Avengers. The Wasp again. I always thought she was an interesting character, to be fair, the Wasp. Why are the Fantastic Four trying to kill me? Is the question Spider-Man is asking this month. This is nice. Because I haven't even taken the price. Normally I take the prices off and put them on the back because I don't like anything interfering with the covers. But this is the kind of like first time I'm going through them. So you are Ms. Marvel, and the Skrulls. Look, I just know that's going to be a fantastic read all the way through. Iron Fist. Great covers. Daughters of the Dragon. I think that's that's a harder to find one. That along with I've already got the Captain Britain one, which Jamie didn't have in this run, but which I didn't mind. I think it was it was 65, which was the first Captain Britain appearance. It's the second, so it's just it's a little bit less money. But all the rest of these, they're just they aren't, apart from the odd key issues, they just aren't worth millions of quid. It's just a lovely run to add. I picked up Marvel 2-in-1 last year, the whole 100-issue run. And it's the same as this. They hold so much affection with Marvel fans. Havoc. It's great. And the last one of the Marvel team-ups, Thor. Now, to have a little break from Marvel, let's go just some modern age DC I picked up, just to balance things out. God, this is a nice shiny bag, isn't it? I'll put this one in. Blimey. There we go, Zatanna. Just what a beautiful Bolland cover. Again, got a soft spot for that character. I just I'm in. And this set that come in, Doomsday Clock. Geoff Johns, obviously set after the Watchmen and in the DC universe. That's not much of a cover, is it? Oh, there's good old bottle of gin there. Rorschach pancakes, love it. This is a proper cover. So written by Geoff Johns with artwork by Gary Frank. So do you know what? I had to have it. I had to have it. I thought that's a brilliant cover. I thought that was as well. I mean, he's just one of my favourite artists, Gary Frank. And you've obviously seen me gushing about him on with Geiger recently. So yeah, just pick that set up. I don't think there's any real. That's a lovely back. I like that covering. That's brave in black and white. Like that noir. That noir-esque cover, and then the final issue. Love it. But I've read the story before. I've missed out on those comics. Went first time around, so I snapped up the opportunity to get the whole set, and I've been really enjoying it actually. I didn't think I would. Like the precious Watchmen, but they're not. They're not trying to redefine Watchmen. They're just taking the characters afterwards. Now I've got so forgive me, because now I've got a set of issues 1 to 42 of Dazzler, and I've got Namor, so more John Byrne. So obviously that's what's bumped up these runs is what's bumped up the numbers this week. But they were just such. I mean, they for the whole set of Namor and Dazzler, it's just not a lot of money at all. And again, I would have bought these when they first come out, these Dazzlers. I will just select a few covers. That is issue 2, Last Stand in Disco Land. I have just got a soft spot for these, but it's because she was a character like that I bought when this comic first came out. So I don't think, and again, I don't think I got the whole the whole run of this, but what I was particularly after. Well, one thing, what I was particularly after was the Bill Sienkiewicz covers in the early days. But one interesting thing I did find, and I did not know, this cover here, Joe Jusko. And I don't think I've ever, and I've got a massive book of his artwork, so I assume he's done pencil and pen artwork. But I don't think, unless you guys can tell me differently in the comments, and please do, if so, I don't think he's ever done a pencil and pen cover. I've never seen. I just thought that was interesting, and obviously with the Sienkiewicz. There's another one, a glorious artwork from Sienkiewicz, in nice shiny bags that show up every glare. That's not a particularly interesting one, I'll be honest, but it just goes on the disco theme, the musical theme. That's that's a great one. That, I mean, Farrah Fawcett, yeah. Proper 19, I don't know what this evokes here. We're in proper disco land here. What year was this? Oh, we was in the 80s. It was in the 80s. It's kind of very 70s. Another nice one. Guess who turns up in this one? Ooh. Nice few covers there. Oh, here we go. That's a classic. Yeah, you know what era we're in, don't you? But just that's class Sienkiewicz cover. There are a few more. There's a John Byrne cover there. Now, obviously, John Byrne is one of my favourite artists of all time. His run on X-Men, for me, is the one. It's the one I grew up with, and it's the one with the proper, that for me, that's the proper X-Men. But when he done this, I don't know if he'd left the X-Men and went on to Alpha Flight and then went on to this. This is in the later days. So John Byrne was on, I think, about the first 20 odd issues. But the thing with this, and I think why this isn't beloved for John Byrne, is it's when he changed his style. And it was around this issue, the Black Sea kind of story, which was a good story. And I'm not saying his art suddenly went crap. But what he started doing was, I don't know if, without doing a deep dive on this stuff, which obviously I don't want to do, on the back issue stuff, is he started doing these weird shading, these lines of shading. And his artwork didn't seem to me to be as smooth. Just trying to find some examples on the covers, like here. He's doing all this shading on faces with this. It's almost like he bought a ruler around issue 4. He bought a ruler and he had to do these lines and then put grey tone over it. And it was really, I found it really jarring and annoying. There's kind of another little example of it there, all this stuff around, like I say, just the straight line stuff. Because, whenever you talk about John Byrne and his work and his titles, not many people talk about Namor. I'll be honest. The other highlight is, I think it's issue 25, which is the first J. Lee. Now, I don't know if it's... I should have researched that before I switched the video on. I do apologise. I'm only just thinking now. I don't know whether that was his first Marvel artwork, J. Lee. But it was really... One thing I've noticed going through these over the weekend, you take a look at that, and it was very Simon Bisley-esque, particularly the interiors. Not so much the covers, but I did enjoy his art style when he first came out. He'd done another one called Druid for Marvel. I love that cover. I loved his style, the flourishes his stylistic flourishes, I thought were great. Stuff like this, I thought were great. But and anyway, I've got the whole run. I don't think there is anything else of note. I mean, that's quite a cool cover. Marvel would nowhere near go anywhere near covers like that anymore, would they? But listen, he's the Prince of Atlantis. He's going to have an entourage, isn't he? And on that note, if you followed me this far into my little foray into my back issue purchases this week, thank you very much. If you're one of my subscribers and you're commenting and liking my videos, you know how much I love you, and thanks from the bottom of my heart, thanks to you as well. You know I love you, you sexy, sexy subscribers. And until next week, I will bid you all adios.